What should have been a night of pure celebration for England suddenly turned into a scene of shock, confusion, and real concern. Moments after England survived a dramatic World Cup thriller against Mexico, one of their players was lying on the ground in agony. Medical staff rushed in. Teammates formed a protective circle. A stretcher was called. And before anyone could fully understand what had happened, he was being taken away with oxygen and rushed to a hospital. The player? Jordan Henderson. And incredibly, the injury didn't happen during the match. It happened while celebrating. Here's how a night that began with joy ended in chaos. England had just secured a dramatic 3-2 victory over Mexico in a match packed with goals, controversy, and late-game tension. As the final whistle blew, relief swept across the England squad. The players gathered in front of their supporters behind the goal and celebrated together, singing Wonderwall in a memorable post-match moment. Everything appeared perfect. But then something unexpected happened. While the celebrations continued, attention suddenly shifted away from the singing and cheering. One player had gone down and was unable to get back up. At first, many people assumed it was nothing serious. Even England captain Harry Kane seemed unaware of the severity when he joked during a post-match interview, saying with a squeaky voice, "Jordan Hendo just fell over there. I think he's okay." Unfortunately, he wasn't. Video footage soon revealed exactly what had happened. As players moved toward the fans, defender Dan Burn successfully vaulted over an advertising barrier. Henderson attempted to follow, trying to hurdle the same obstacle. But the move went horribly wrong. The Brentford midfielder lost his balance and crashed awkwardly to the ground in a painful fall. What initially looked like a minor accident quickly proved to be much more serious. England manager Thomas Tuchel later delivered the worrying update. "Not good," Tuchel said. "Jordan fell over and injured his wrist. It looks really bad." He then added words that immediately raised concern among supporters. "It's quite a serious injury." Within moments of the incident, England's medical team sprinted onto the field. Players watched nervously as treatment began. Several teammates formed a ring around Henderson, shielding him from public view while doctors assessed the damage. The mood had completely changed. Only minutes earlier, the squad had been celebrating a huge victory. Now they were anxiously waiting for news about one of their own. Eventually Henderson was placed on a stretcher and carried away from the scene. Reports indicated that he required oxygen before being transported to a hospital for further examination. Later, it was confirmed that the midfielder would remain in hospital alongside a member of England's medical staff while the rest of the team returned to base. Remarkably, Henderson wasn't the only player whose night ended in a hospital visit. Mexico striker Santiago Gimenez also suffered a frightening injury late in the game. The AC Milan forward had entered the match in the second half, but was stretchered off deep into stoppage time following a serious incident. Mexico manager Javier Aguirre later confirmed the striker had also been taken to hospital. "We need to check Santi because he is at the hospital right now," Aguirre said. Those two injuries capped off what was already one of the most chaotic matches of the tournament. The game itself was packed with drama from start to finish. Jude Bellingham stunned Mexico by scoring twice within a breathtaking 9-8-second spell in the first half, helping England race into a 2-0 lead. Mexico managed to pull one back before halftime, but goalkeeper Jordan Pickford produced a series of crucial saves to keep England ahead. Then came another twist. England defender Gerald Kwanzaa was sent off after a VAR review, leaving Tuchel's side to battle with 10 men. Harry Kane later extended England's lead to 3-1 from the penalty spot, seemingly putting the game out of reach. But the captain then conceded a penalty at the other end, allowing Raúl Jiménez to score and set up a nerve-wracking finish. Tensions boiled over as both benches became involved in heated confrontations over several controversial decisions. The clock kept ticking. The pressure kept building. And after more than 11 minutes of added time, the final whistle finally arrived. England had survived. But nobody could have predicted what would happen next. The victory secured England's place in the quarter-finals, where they will face Norway after Erling Haaland inspired his side with a brace against Brazil. Yet despite the result, much of the conversation after the match centered on Jordan Henderson. A celebration that was supposed to create unforgettable memories instead ended with a trip to the hospital and serious questions about his condition. For England fans, the relief of victory was quickly replaced by concern. Now all eyes will be on Henderson's recovery and the results of further medical examinations. As England prepares for its next World Cup challenge, Supporters around the world will be hoping the experienced midfielder receives positive news soon. What began as a night of triumph became a reminder that in football, drama can strike at any moment even after the game is over.